Hey guys, this is Mike from Han Cycles coming back to you with another video with an update on the sales on eBay for mid-August through mid-September. And I just wanted to let you know that I went to the eBay had a 20th anniversary celebration. It was called We Are 20, and it was a conference party celebration in San Jose, California. I had never been to any kind of e-commerce selling conference, but decided since it was so close to me that I would just bite the bullet and go and see what I can learn. And I was not disappointed. My wife and I paid $95 each to get in the door, and we got a goodie bag with all sorts of cool things, like a water bottle branded by eBay, a phone battery charger, and they even gave us a $100 gift card to spend on eBay. So basically we got paid to go to this event. Everything was free, parking, etc. The first day was mainly an introduction to all the new leadership, new CEO, all the different people, and all the updates to eBay. eBay's really going through sort of like a rebirth, and they're really stepping up to the plate and coming up with some really nice tools to support the seller. And I was very encouraged and very pumped up after this event. There's some really cool things coming out, like the eBay Seller Hub is coming out. It's like a whole new interface that gives you all these key metrics and things where you can measure sales. There's going to be ways to promote certain items on eBay. There's just a lot of stuff that's coming out. And then right after this day one of the event, they had this really awesome party. We exited the sort of theater style auditorium and went across the hall to this giant ballroom, and there was hundreds, maybe thousands of eBay employees lining each side, and they were applauding and throwing confetti, and I was like, is there a celebrity in the room somewhere? And I was looking around and I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay, the sellers, they're celebrating the sellers. And we entered this really big ballroom, and there was all these tables set up, and there was acrobats doing crazy stuff. There was this guy, he was painting these giant portraits with his hands and some paint and neon paint. He did Marilyn Monroe and Jimi Hendrix, and then he did the original CEO, founder of eBay, Pierre, sorry, I forgot his last name. And then there was this rock band, and there was a bar at every corner, and there was a huge buffet with any kind of tons of different food, great food like prime rib and sushi and all sorts of things. So that was awesome. And then the second day was more of a sort of learning. They had different workshops on, how to boost your listings up in search and different things like that. And then they had some seller forums, and there was just a bunch of really cool things that I learned. So I am pumped up, and I'm ready to step up my game. I converted my listings to a store. I finally subscribed to a store because there's a lot of different benefits that you can get from having a store. And I figured, one good sale a month will pay for the monthly fee of a store. So anyway, sorry to kind of babble on at the beginning, but let's get into this. If you've seen my earlier videos, I came across earlier this year a bunch of boxes of these Margaret Keane Big Eyes art greeting cards. So I sell them individually. I sell them in lots. This was a lot that I put up for auction. I have it on auction as well as a buy it now. So this one sold for $22.95 plus shipping. And I have a whole bunch of keying cards that I've sold, so I'll just kind of jump through them really quickly. Here is a Green Bay Packers hat, new cap that I paid $3 for at a thrift store. And this one actually is kind of cool because it's sold to somebody in Rome, Italy. And if you've used the global shipping program before, I looked at this sale, and this buyer ended up paying like double the price, because once they pay import fees and then additional shipping fees, I guess this was really hardcore Green Bay Packers fan living in Rome, Italy, and so they paid $24.95 and then a bunch of shipping fees that they paid for. So I was pretty floored by this one. This month this past 30 days, I've had a few customer service issues that I had to deal with. This was a North Face jacket that I picked up at the thrift store. I took a best offer of $60, but the buyer, when they found out, it has like this faux fur lining, and it buttons in. It doesn't zip in like normal like inner liners of North Face jackets, and so they decided they wanted to cancel the transaction. Can't talk today. I ended up giving them a refund, and then I went ahead and relisted it. So after 30 days, it's got 4 watchers on it, so I'm pretty confident that it will sell. I'll probably take a best offer, but I always start at a high-end offer because I know I'll get low-ball offers. So with winter coming, I know that'll sell. Here's another lot of keying cards, sold it for full price, $44.95. They paid shipping as well. Here's another keying card, and another, and another. And I actually I sort of grabbed all of the keying cards that I had listed and put a free shipping, and that kind of like put a boost in the sales. So you'll see a lot of these that'll just fly by. Here's another customer service issue. I sold this gun, and the buyer messaged me saying, "Oh, I didn't mean to buy this." And I'm like, okay. So I gave him a refund, and I'm thinking to myself, well, why did you push the button that said buy? Anyways, this kind of stuff happens every once in a while. You can't take it personally. You just have to kind of go with it. I think a lot of people are new on eBay, and they just like sort of randomly make offers and then don't realize that it's a binding contract. So anyways, I'm confident it'll sell. Nerf stuff usually does. There's another lot of keying cards. This one went through the global shipping program, $44.95 plus shipping. Here is another Free People. Free People is sort of like a small boutique clothing brand, and we came across a box of these. Like there was like 60 of them in a box. They were like $2.99 each. We're selling them for $34.95. As you can see, I've sold 17 of these. That was a really good find. And the photos are really bad, but this was early on when I started back on eBay, and I probably could do better if I retook the picture, so I think I'll do that. But we have like 4 different styles of these. As you can see, I sell a few baseball cap style hats here and there. Not only snapbacks, but just different, fitted caps and any kind of baseball cap. But I'm into cars, and I knew people who own the Subaru WRX really love their car. This was an LL Bean. It was kind of a no-brainer. I picked it up for $2. I took a best offer of $22.95, so that was still, still a good return on investment, and the buyer paid expedited shipping up to Seattle, so I was pretty happy with that. Early on, when I got back into eBay earlier this year, I started with T-shirts because the investment, 99 cents to $2, is pretty low risk. So I picked up a bunch of T-shirts. This was one of them. I figured with the popularity of the Tesla car, that this would be a sell right away, and it took like 8 months to sell. I think partly because it's a size medium. So I took an offer of $20 and with free shipping. I thought it was a really cool shirt with Nikola Tesla, and I probably would have kept it if it was a large, but unfortunately it's a medium. So I was happy with, you know, finally getting that out the door. And I think I've said in past videos that I watch other thrifters on YouTube, some pretty popular people, and I've learned things to look for, and JanSport is one of those things to look for, these backpacks, especially the ones that are made in the USA, and also it's another bonus when they have a leather bottom. So this one was you know, in decent shape. It had like a paint stain on the side, and the zipper had some paint missing, but I disclosed that to the buyer, and I took a best offer of $50 on this. I paid $2 for it at a church sale, so that was a nice ROI, return on investment. Let's see. Oh, I was at a garage sale, picked up 5 bottles of Cologne / perfume that was new in the box. This was a vintage perfume, and cologne, and as you can see, the seal is still on the bottle. So sold that for $40 plus shipping. Another Keen card. I'll skip right past that. Another Keen card. And here is a Ralph Lauren Blake shirt, just very average looking, nice bright red color. You know, it's got the polo on the chest, and I listed it as an XXL, 2XL, even though the tag says XL. When I measured it, which is good to always put the measurements, it measured more like an XXL, so I just put that in the description, and that sold like in 24 hours. I took a best offer of $20 for it. I believe I paid half off of $5.40, so that was $2.50 plus another 20 cents. So anyways, it was a decent return, not anything special. Another Keen card. I'll fly past that. Oh, here's an experiment that I did. I found 3 of these Thomas Pink men's dress casual button front shirts, and they were exactly the same size, all slim fit. I lotted them together. I listed them for $90, $89.95. Took a best offer of $72.95, and those sold, so I was pretty happy with that. So that was a good experiment. And since then, when I find like items, I usually group them together. If you want to take a look at my items in my store, you'll see some of those items that are lotted together. Here's another baseball cap. This was a specialty San Francisco Giants Italian night. So it was like brand new, never worn. Said Italian night, had the sponsor Battaglia Ranch on the back. So that sold to somebody here in the Bay Area in South San Francisco. So obviously a Giants fan that missed out on the free giveaway. So picked that up for $2, sold it for $29.95, and they paid shipping. Okay, here is another customer service nightmare for me. Listed this for $70. Can't find these anywhere on eBay. If you do, they're sort of like a knockoff, cheaper version. This is a Disney store, Disney catalog edition. Mushu from the Mulan movie. Somebody gave me a best offer of $50. I took it. They got it, and then they sent me some photos saying, oh, there's some rips in some of the seams, like in the crotch area and then under the armpit. And so they said, hey, how about you give me another discount of $20 off? And I'm like, well, how about 15% off or something, you know, reasonable, since I already accepted a best offer. And they kept just kind of going back and forth, and I finally said, just, I'll give you a full refund, go ahead and return it. And then they kept saying, oh, well, how about you give me the $20 off? And they were kind of trying to shake me down. And so anyways, I finally ended up getting it back because I figured I can get it sewn and then put it back up since Halloween's coming up real soon here. So anyways, these things happen. Try not to take it personally. It's part of doing business. So I went ahead and relisted it. Here is another baseball cap, and Air Jordan seems to sell well. This was a really cool Air Jordan cap. It has like some really nice splash graphics. The Air Jordan logo and is all embroidered. This was a fitted cap, but it sold for full price, $29.95 plus shipping. So I was pretty happy with that. Here is a Fender Stratocaster rock and roll religion shirt. This was size medium. Normally size medium shirts I try to avoid, but this one was just too cool for school. It's got the fleur-de-lis on the chest. It's got some really nice designs. It's got the Fender tag on it. It's got a big fleur-de-lis on the back, and I don't know if you could see this little metal Stratocaster symbol on the collar. It was just kind of a really cool shirt, and it ended up selling really fast. So sometimes I look just for the interesting shirt. It's probably not a very high-end brand, but I took an offer of $20 for it. And early on when I started, I figured anything that was interesting looking, and especially if it was made in Italy, was going to sell quickly. This was a long tail item, size medium, so that it didn't have the size going for it, but it was a really good brand, Brandolini. It's got some really nice textured fabric, as you can see above the tag. Look at the sleeve. It's got some really nice embroidery. Had some really nice detail. I thought it would sell a lot quicker, but it finally did sell, and I took a best offer of $22.95. I figured since it's a medium and it took a long time that I'd be happy to get rid of it. Somebody got a good deal, so every once in a while somebody gets a good deal. So another King card. Oh, this is another thing that I picked up. I was going for a walk at the company I work with in Santa Clara, around the block, and there was a company going out of business, and they had a bunch of electronic items. Unfortunately, I didn't make a video when I got this other item. There was a camera that I picked up, a pair of cameras. They were Vivint technology, and it was like a Wi-Fi, dark. You could see in the dark, and I ended up selling that pair of cameras for $180. I paid $5 for them. Here's another item I picked up for $3. This is a Channel Master TV signal booster, and it was new in the box, except it was missing the AC adapter, which as you know, you can probably get an AC adapter pretty much anywhere. So anyways, this finally ended up selling for $32.95 plus shipping, so I was pretty happy with that. Another King card. You've seen these. You've seen this one. Here's another. That free shipping really helped boost these things, I guess, in the search, because people were buying them. Oh, here's a really cool sell. My wife and I were at our local thrift store. We were in line to check out, and my wife saw this. I think it was in like the fabric section. It was kind of in an odd place, and she showed it to me, and I'm like, oh, it's a track jacket, put it back. And she's like, no, look at this. And unfortunately I didn't take a picture of the tag, but it said official Nintendo merchandise, and this was a Legend of Zelda Triforce track jacket, gold, with the gold emblem, the little Zelda emblem on the chest, as well as a big one on the back in like this gold applique. And anyways, this thing sold in 30 days. We paid half of $6. It was 50% off, and paid $3 for that. and it sold in less than 30 days for $60 plus shipping. So I will never doubt her again. Sometimes you just got to take a chance and kind of go with it. Another King card. I'm sure you're getting tired of seeing those. And then that, if you've seen my earlier videos, I mentioned this box of car parts that I picked up at a garage sale. I paid $40 for the car parts, and there was just like this little honey hole of things that just keep selling over and over again. Little like interior parts, switches, just different things. They were all brand new, and you know, they didn't have any packaging, but sometimes people just want a replacement. Here's a little radiator cap that fits a variety of vehicles from Ford Explorer to Lexus to Toyota, and this was sold overseas on the global shipping program. So 25 bucks. And lastly, this was an Under Armour Heat performance polo shirt that I picked up, and as I was photographing it, I noticed some little snags. I guess they call them pilings, or I'm not sure what they're called, but anyways, I disclosed them in the photos, and I took a best offer of $14 on this. The guy really liked the color, and I told him about the little snags, and he said, "Oh, I changed my mind. I'm not going to get it." So, and then 2 days later, he's like, "You know, I really like the color," so he ended up making me a best offer, and I took it. So sometimes, you know, there's these things that you don't see as you're inspecting the items when you buy them, and you know, you just got to disclose things, otherwise you get a return or you get a negative feedback. So I still have 100% feedback, positive feedback after 375 people giving me feedback. So kind of want to keep that, and you know, just keep doing the best that I can. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video, and if you found it valuable, or you know, learned anything from it, please hit the like button down below and subscribe if you want to see more videos. And as always, I really love to hear from people, and you know, it's very encouraging. So happy thrifting to everybody, and you know, good luck on everything, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.